Soviets have Boldin, Š.Šepta, and Pryakin. Out there for the face-off. We're underway. Quick whistle, and there aren't very many of those when these two teams get together. At least there certainly weren't the other evening in Calgary.
The third period in Calgary, I think the play went for 3 or 4 minutes without a stoppage of play, and that's what happens a lot in international hockey. There's a lot of puck control, not a whole lot of turnovers, and not a whole lot of offsides, whistles.
That's Felix for Canada. He cleared it down, missed his pass. It goes all the way down. Icing is not called. Canada grabs control in the Soviet zone. Quickly for the Soviets, however, it's Boldin, number 14. Starting out with a pass on the left side. Canadians kept it in momentarily, but it is drifted down the ice. Back forward for Canada, Serge Roy, who plays it up on the left wing boards for Canada. This is McLaren, back for Roy. Roy just dumps it to the neutral zone. The Soviets, V.Zubkov. Now for Canada, Chris Felix takes a check, but got it across inside the Soviet zone. Back for it there, the captain, K.Kanareykin. Shot right on, first save for Kemp, not too difficult. From a long way away. Felix gets Canada rolling. This is Greenlaw. Greenlaw backhands it into the Soviet zone. After it for Canada, Peter Duras. Duras takes a check along the boards. He's ridden out. Greenlaw flying the body down there. Put the Soviet player right out of the play. Number 7, Zubkov. Greenlaw, we mentioned earlier, just 17 years of age.
Canada getting some good hits in here right off the bat. And that usually gets a team rolling if the guys start hitting and bumping, and it makes the Soviets keep their head up a little bit when they're handling the puck.
Into the Canadian zone now. The Soviets in control. Š.Šepta loses it along the boards. Soviets have it back out in front. They tried to work it out, and John Kemp was there. The angle covered as he hugged the post. It is scoreless. Just past the 2-minute mark. Take you back and show you the aggression of Team Canada here.
Jeff Greenlaw, he's a pretty big boy. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, 210 pounds, 17 years of age, and that's what we need, a few hits like that.
For Canada, this is Д.Кларк, number 21. Can't find an open man near his own blue line. Now Herkus lost it for Canada. Soviets dump it in. Škurdjuk, number 17. Kemp out of his net. Tried to set it up for Joseph. And Herkat couldn't quite get away. Clark again looking for Joseph. Too far. Ye.Popihkin for the Soviets. Missed his man on the open right side. And it trickles down to Kemp, who plays it around behind his goal. Soviet waiting at the point. Kharudinov couldn't control inside the Canadian zone. He's number 20. Newell Brown for Canada. Lost it. Kanareykin for the Soviets. Now Ant.Ipov to the line and across. Vasiliev on the left side, right out in front for Ant.Ipov. And he couldn't get a stick on it. K.Kavallini, number 4 for Canada, was covering out in front. Starting back for the Soviets, Koshevnikov. Chris Felix fired it in, well wide of the target. In after it, Newell Brown can't come up with it. Koshevnikov plays it back, and the Soviets content to regroup. This is V.Zubkov. V.Zubkov looking for an open man in neutral territory. Canadians back to the line, can't get across.
Canadians are doing a fine job of finishing off their checks. Anytime one of the Canadian players goes at a Soviet, he doesn't turn away. He finishes off his check and takes the guy out of the play so he can't get back to receive a pass.
Koshevnikov taken off the play there, and a penalty coming out as V.Zubkov went down. Boldin lost it in the corner, and Canada will play a man short. Looked like an innocent enough play. But still a Soviet power play when we return. It is scoreless in the first.
McLaren takes a penalty here. It wasn't much of a trip. I think the Soviet was a little bit off balance before that, and we have a Soviet referee tonight, so that might make a little bit of a difference.
Oh, you're taking shots already. It's a little early.
Well, I've been out there when we've had them on the ice and questioned them all the way.
Well, you just do whatever you think is right, Darrell. Soviet power play. It's back to the line. Shot fired wide by Babinov. Kemp made a move on it, but really didn't have to. Soviets keep it in at the line. This is Boldy, number 14. Over for Babinov, number 4. Winds up from the point. Babinov neatly blocked by Newell Brown. Soviets back to regroup. Sp.Pryakin for Babinov. That didn't work. So far, Team Canada has been very aggressive with penalty killing.
Well, that's one thing the Canadians have tried to do. They try to force the attack, the pressure on the Soviets up in their end zone. They don't want them to get into their end of the ice to set up, and they're doing a fine job. They did a fine job the other night in Calgary, and again tonight they're forcing them to make passes when they don't want to.
Zubkov, number 7 for the Moscow Selects. Now Samiliev, 19. He can't get it across the Canadian blue line. And now 55 seconds remain in the penalty to Д.МакЛарен. Soviets to the line and across Samiliev. Checked by Roy. And Roy cleared it to the corner just in time with Karin moving in. This is Karin with the puck once more. Back to the line, getting set for the shot. Vozikov off a stick. And it's cleared out by Canada once more. 30 seconds left in the Soviet power play. It is scoreless in the first period. Good forechecking by Canada. That time Herkus. Soviets start back again. Karin to the line. And broken up neatly once more. Just 14 seconds left in the Soviet power play.
Well, Canada doing a fine job here, putting the pressure on the Soviets, not letting them get into their end zone to set up.
Vozikov gets to the line and across. Karin has it poked out his stick at the last moment by Clark. Out in front it goes off the skates. And outside, Canada back at full strength. And a big round of applause for excellent power killing by Team Canada. To the line, the shot. And that was just wide. Trent Yanni fired. Canada can't keep it in at the line. Chance for the Soviets, 2-on-1. They take it in a little deep. Good save by John Kemp. The shot that time fired by М.Фахрутдинов. Out in front again, back to the line. Shot just wide. Ю.Попихин was just wide.
John Kemp making a big save, and as a goaltender, that's what you like to do in the early part of the game. You get a chance like that, you make a good save that picks up your team and gives you a little boost yourself.
Chance for Canada. Duras. Pass in the central ice zone. Duras is back for it and starts back for Team Canada. Good pass for Greenlaw on the left side. Soviets bottled up. That's Yu.Popihkin having difficulty. The play broken up in the center zone by K.Kavallini, number 4. Kavallini got it for Duras. Duras with Greenlaw on the left side. Greenlaw took it in too deep. Now tried to feed it out for Duras. He couldn't find his man. Back to the line. Kept in by Ronning. 27. He backhanded it in. Greenlaw goes after it. Comes over to the other side. And Robin Bartel unable to keep it in for Team Canada.
Jeff Greenlaw, he's hitting everything he can out there.
To the line and across the Soviets. A.Антипов finally ridden off the puck. It's cleared ahead for Miller. This is Miller down the right side. Ronning bodied heavily out of the play. McLaren can't come up with it for Canada. The Soviets have control. Kovshevnikov. Out in front, it was loose. The Canadians were heading in the wrong direction. Kovshevnikov again. Back pass for Vassiliev. It didn't work. Offside of the Canadian line. That was Brian Benning. Unable to keep his mates on side. It is scoreless in the first. And a good crowd. A lot of people seeing Copps Colosseum in Hamilton for the very first time. I'm sure they're enjoying the hockey game so far.
She's a long way from the Hamilton Forum, isn't it?
It certainly is. Not that far in distance. Mike Miller up the right side for Team Canada. He's taken out. The Soviets, Zubkov. Some of those Soviet passes, Darrell, in the central area just aren't quite clicking. Chris Felix leads Canada out. Pass over on the left side for McLaren. McLaren lost control. The Soviets back 2-on-1 now. And that's how quickly they can make it happen.
Well, that's a patented Soviet move, that's for sure. They break you down 2-on-1 and they don't waste many of those, that's for sure.
It is 1-0, and here's how it happened, 2-on-1.
Perfect pass right on the stick. The guy just had to snap his wrist into the net.
John Kemp had no chance on that one whatsoever, as Š.Štepa gives the Soviets a 1-0 lead.
That's his second goal of the series.
In the first game of the series, Team Canada scored first. Kemp hanging on, taking no chance. The Soviets swarming all around.
Well, Kemp, he's the type of goalie. He likes to come out of his crease quite a bit. He comes out and challenges the shooter. Even in between face-offs, he's wandering out around the face-off. I don't know if it's nervousness or what. Bob Froese in Philadelphia does that quite a bit himself.
The time, 9:14.
9:14 of the opening period. The Soviets, the Moscow Selects, leading Team Canada 1-0. Most of the play belonged to the Canadians. Prior to that, long shot right on Herkus, and it came back to Herkus. He couldn't control it. Now in behind the net. Herkus for Canada, still working along there with Boulian, number 12. Joseph for Canada missed the play at the line. Here the Soviets once more. Drop pass and fed into Boldin. Kemp had to make a save on it. Loose out in front. Cleared to the line. And across. Boldin one more time. Boldin over on the left wing for Pryakin. Going right in. Kemp had the angle covered. Boldin with it once more for Š.Štepa. Back out in front for Pryakin. Pryakin still working it in the corner for Boldin and back to the line. K.Kanareykin took a shot off a leg. This is Š.Štepa once more. Š.Štepa plays it in behind, trying to work out in front. Pryakin, number 11. Canada having difficulties in its own zone. Finally,
Soviets
cleared back to the Soviet line. Sorry,
they're
Darrell.
moving that puck around pretty good now. Canada's getting out of play and out of position in their own end a little bit.
This is Perry Prout for Canada. A weak shot handled by Tisnich. To the line and fed in by the Soviets. Kemp had to come sliding across his goal to make a save on Ň.Nemčinov. And that keeps it at 1-0 past the midway mark of the opening period.
John Kemp anticipates the pass across. He slides across to foil the Soviets' chances, but the Europeans, they like to pass a lot more than they like to shoot. We in our NHL hockey over here, I think we shoot a lot more and go for the rebounds and the scrambles in front of the net. The Soviets like those perfect plays, and they do it quite well.
Shots on goal so far favor the Moscow Selects, 5-4. The scoreboard favors them as well. Another opportunity for the Soviets, going right in that time. Samiliev, 19, foiled by John Kemp. Here's Chris Felix for Canada. Long pass left side. McLaren couldn't hang on. Soviets to the line. Samiliev going in once more. That one off a Canadian defender. Chris Felix, 23. McLaren is back. Felix takes over. Gets it to the line and out and across. Ň.Nemčinov, number 8 for the Moscow Selects. Over for Samiliev, 19. His shot handled by Kemp. Felix takes over. This is McLaren. And another penalty being called against Team Canada. Darrell, I really didn't see that one. It seemed to be just a little behind the play.
Well, I think he's given an interference penalty away from the play. The Soviet referee was right in front of him, but sometimes the Europeans like to dive a little bit. Although that wasn't a dive, he pulled him down pretty good.
Team Canada penalty number 23, Chris Felix, 2 minutes for interference. The time, 11:59.
Those are the type of penalties you don't want to take in a game such as this. They're penalties away from the play that really don't mean anything, and they can put you behind the 8 ball. We know how good the Soviet power play can be.
Well, Canada played it very well the last time the Soviets had a manpower advantage. We'll see if they can equal that performance over the next 2 minutes. Soviets to the line. This is Škurduk. Still has it, number 17. Back to the point for Babinov. Škurduk. Taken out by Yanni, but Škurduk comes up with it again. For the Soviets, Farudinov. He's got it again. Cleared out in front, and Kemp had to come over to make a big save. Knocked down before it got to the line. Zubkov now keeping it in for the Moscow Selects. Shot almost tipped in out in front. That was Varyanov, who was alone in front of the Canadian goal. John Kemp coming up with a couple of big saves. 1 minute, 7 seconds left in the Soviet advantage.
One thing the Soviets like to do, they like to work that puck to the middle, high to the point man, and throw it off to the sides for the one-time shot.
Just like that, cleared out in front again. And the lone Soviet out front, Škurduk, couldn't find it that time. 45 seconds left in the Soviet power play. This is Vassiliev. Dropped it back behind his line as the Soviets come to the Canadian blue line. Drop pass there. That one didn't work. It was cleared neatly by Joseph for Canada. Chance for Canada. It was whistled down offside. Did that go across the line?
Well, I didn't think it did. Maybe we can catch a replay on it, but I thought it didn't go out over the line.
Well, good call. Not by us, by the linesman.
That's right.
Number 2 for the Soviets is K.Kanareykin. He's the captain. McLaren forced him to turn around and head back behind the Soviet blue line. It is 1-0 for the Moscow Selects, leading Team Canada with 6:06 to play in the first period. And Felix is back on. Canada back at full strength, so the Team Canada against the Soviet power play doing quite well. Chance for Vassiliev. Vassiliev has it poked away. Good defensive effort by Chris Felix. Here comes Duras for Canada. Duras with a man open on the left side. Elects to take it in, puts it in behind the net. Newell Brown goes after it, leaves it there for Greenlaw now. Fed back around behind for Duras. It's up to Newell Brown. Duras once more along the boards. He's working against Popihkin. And the Soviets win that exchange. Back to the line, kept in for Canada by K.Kavallini, at least momentarily.
Canada getting very few chances to score this period. Maybe one chance the whole period. The Soviets are checking quite well.
Duras can't control it in the Soviet zone. Loose in the neutral area. K.Kavallini tapped it right onto the stick of Pryakin. Pryakin goes in for it. Now Boldin out in front. No one was there for the Soviets as S.Fokin goes in and clears it right in front. A weak shot that was handled by Kemp in some heavy traffic down there.
Forwards, that's the top part of the zone. We are outnumbered. Don't come back too deep now.
In the neutral area, claimed by Canada. And across the line is Herkus. Bolian for Canada, number 12, can't come up with it. Good check by Bolian as he slows the Soviets. Here's Chris Felix going in. And Felix was well covered, never did get a shot away. It looked like a pretty good opportunity for a moment. Pryakin starts out, and a penalty is being called. Looks like holding against the Soviets. We'll be right back.
Break here for Team Canada. The Soviets had a 3-on-1 on this play. And there you see the Soviet holding our man, and he's in the box for it. Power play chance for Team Canada.
F.Fokin off for 2 minutes. And this is the first time that Canada has had the manpower advantage in this contest. There was one power play goal for Team Canada in Calgary in Game 1 of the series. McLaren, number 20, for Ronning, 27. In for McLaren, man out in front, and Miller couldn't quite find it. Well set up play. Miller working along the boards for Canada. Cleared to the neutral zone. The minute 24 left in the Canada power play. This is McLaren for Ronning on the right side. Ronning to the line. Cleared it all the way across for Miller. Miller circling around behind the net. Has it taken away. Now it comes back to Miller. Miller back to the line. Benning for Miller. Winds up for the shot right on. And the rebound. A good chance for McLaren on the rebound. As Tisnich held the fourth. Best scoring chance for Canada first period.
Some good plays there by Team Canada. They set it up. This is their big scoring line here. These three guys, McLaren, Ronning, and Miller, do most of the scoring. And here again, they had a couple good chances. Tijnik was right there to make the save. Again, one of our guys, two of our guys right in front of the net there for a rebound or a tip.
Couple of good chances on the power play. There's a minute left in the Canadian manpower advantage. And from the faceoff, it's back to Yanni. Yanni takes a shot off a skate. Kept in by Felix. And Bullian failed to keep it in for Canada. He's number 12. That sends Trent Yanni all the way back. Set up for him by goaltender John Kemp. Bullian on the right wing. To the line. And that's as far as he could get. 34 seconds left. That's in the Canadian power play. Felix got it ahead. Kirkus, number 9, trying to center it. Cleared around behind Bullian now. Back to the point. Chris Felix, the shot. That one wasn't wide by much. Trent Yanni takes a shot, blocked by the defense. And the Soviets get it out across the line with just 5 seconds left in their manpower disadvantage. Power play is over. Soviets dump it down, and Kemp will make a play on it, setting it up for Felix. New troops out there for both teams. This is Perry Proft, number 3. Couldn't get to it for Canada. Ant-Pop has difficulty controlling for the Moscow Selects. And starting back with Ronning. Ronning tried to get it for Proft, and offside on the play was Von Karpen. So it looks like they've got Cliff Ronning centering a second line out there with Proft and Karpen, because he wasn't away for that long. Hartford at Montreal, the next NHL hockey telecast on the Sports Network. We'll have it for you live at 7:30 Eastern on Monday the 16th. We look forward to that. Canadians are playing some terrific hockey right now. Well, the Soviets, Kocevnikov with Vasiliev on the left side. Kocevnikov got it to the line and across. Vasiliev couldn't find the loose puck. This is Bartel for Canada, 26. Ahead for Proft. Soviets start back once more. Vasiliev has a man open on the right side. Kocevnikov working in, trying to get around Clark. It is cleared back to the line. And Ronning is pulled down from behind. Another Canadian power play coming out. Well, like that stick came up and might have caught him in the face, too.
Well, I think he hooked him right underneath the arm here and pulled him down. Ronning's a good little hockey player. He's got all sorts of moves. He's really good in the corners, making the moves on the defense. But we have a minute and 4 seconds left, so if Canada can get a goal here with this amount of time left in the period, it'd certainly be a big boost for them going in the second period.
Dave King has called a timeout.
That's one thing they're allowed here in this series. They're allowed 3 timeouts, 1 per period. And
We've got a minute and 4, so make sure you're aware of the clock. And the first good shot we get from the point, take it. with a couple of guys in screen position and jump on those loose pucks, okay? Not over finesse, just make sure we win the draw, get their zone. First good shot we get, take it. People go to the net, okay? A minute and 4 seconds, we get a chance to get one right back in the hockey game. So again, crisp passes, good communication, eh? And do things quickly on this power play. Be assertive. Be assertive now. Here we go, be assertive.
We hope you're enjoying the hockey clinic given by Dave King. I find it very interesting to be able to listen in at the bench.
I do too, and like I said, I've had Dave King in 2 tournaments, and I enjoyed him. I think he'd do a fine job no matter where he coached, and I guess there were possibilities of him coming to the NHL at times, but he's committed to this Olympic program, and these players, it's a real plus for them to have a guy like that.
It's great for the program, no question about it. Canada on the power play, kept in at the line by Felix. Felix hits it into the corner. McLaren can't get there, neither can Miller. Now Miller comes up with it. To McLaren. McLaren can't clear it out. Ronning was standing there. Miller is out in front. McLaren trying to work himself free. Gets it back behind the goal. Once more for Ronning. Now Miller. That's McLaren out in front, number 20. Shot. Ä.Tыжных the save. McLaren moved in. Couldn't get a good shot on the rebound. Back to the line. Chris Felix winds up. Shot. Oh, not by much. Oh! Can you believe that? Ä.Tыжных was right out of position. Back to the point again. Yanni couldn't get a shot away. It trickles through. Here's a chance. They score. Running. Wasn't that fine?
Pretty good play here by Team Canada. They missed a great chance before this. Here's Ronnie. Just takes his time and stuffs it right up top. Beautiful goal for Team Canada. 21 seconds left in the period.
That's Ronning's 27th goal, and this is his 31st game this year.
Well, he set beat Brian Propp's record out in the Western Hockey League when he played with the Westminster Bruins, and he can score, that's for sure. He got well over 100 points out there in junior hockey and was the Rookie of the Year. So.
Well,
that changes the complexion of the hockey game just a little bit.
The assist to number 23, Chris Felix, and number 20, Don McLaren. The time, 19:39. Team Canada goal number 27, Ronning. The assist number 23, Felix, and number 20, McLaren at 19:39.
Canada goes to the attack once more with just 7 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Long shot by the Soviets. Kemp handles that easily, and that'll be period 1. Some interesting moments, particularly the power play goal by Ronning, 19:39 of the first period.
That was a pretty entertaining period of hockey. I thought there was everything in it. Good puck control, some good hits, and some pretty goals.
Soviets out shooting Team Canada 10-8. And the score is deadlocked at 1. Team Canada showing some resourcefulness in the dying moments on the power play. And they had a couple of chances, Darryl, before Ronning actually got it in.
I don't think anybody in the building could believe McLaren missed that one, but he did.
All right. It is even after 1. We'll have our first intermission when we return to Hamilton in just a moment. As we get ready for the second period of action here at the Kopps Coliseum in Hamilton, here's the scoring summary with ‍ය.Штепа for the Soviet Union. The Moscow Selects at 9:14. And then Cliff Ronning, a big goal on the power play, 19:39 of that first period. For Team Canada, it is even at 1 after 1. Moscow out shooting Team Canada 10-8. Entertaining first period, and it looks like we're in for a pretty good second period. We'll continue with this series in Hamilton on Saturday, December 7th. It'll be Game 3, and we'll have it for you live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Sports Network TSN. Final game in the series in Montreal on Sunday night. Igor Dmitriev, the head man of the Soviet delegation this time, likes Canada, he says, enjoys himself every time he comes over.
Apparently the team's going over to Niagara Falls tomorrow to see Niagara
Take
Falls.
some pictures.
Take some pictures.
Buy some blue jeans.
Lots of room to work. Roll out there. Look at them. They just, we got to do a much better job at neutral zone forecheck and really make sure we take people.
I mentioned they adjusted to that. They went behind their forecheck.
Right away. Right away. Okay, come on now, Red. Let's go. Come on now. What do you say?
E. Sharon there, the assistant coach, played against him in the National Hockey League.
He had 12 years up in the National Hockey League, Washington, Detroit.
He and Ronnie Smith do recruiting for the team. They're not based out in Calgary. Sharon's in Quebec and Smith's in Ontario here, and they're still looking for players to fill spots to better the team for '88.
Dave King is hoping he'll find the nucleus for this Canadian Olympic team in 1988 this year. But he still figures that there will be a 60% turnover on this hockey club before you see them compete for Canada at the Saddle Dome in the winter of '88. Period underway. Canada to the attack quickly. Barry Proft is in there. Out in front. Carpin fed it out. And Serge Roy has to go to the neutral area to claim it once more for Canada. Soviets to the line. And across. Kemp the save. Not much difficulty with that one. Ahead for Newell Brown. Brown couldn't control it and get it out of his own zone. Fired well wide by the Soviets that time. Štepta, number 18. Left it there. Right out in front. Štepta circling. Couldn't get a backhand stick on it. This is Štepta with the puck once more. Working into the corner to the side of the net. And finally picked up by Chris Felix, who goes the other way with it. To the line. Not outs. Kept in by Babinov. Roy just missing Brown at the center line. This is Roy once more. Serge Roy, number 6, had some difficulties for the Soviets. V.Zubkov. He takes a return pass. V.Zubkov lays it over on the right side for Štepta. Štepta the shot. Kemp the save. Likely wide of the target, but it was a good shot.
The Canadian defense have to watch. They don't get standing flat-footed when the Soviets are coming up the ice in their attack. Let the Soviets come in over the blue line. They got to challenge them before they get to the blue line.
1-1 early in the second period. Team Canada changing up on the icing call. It'll go back down to the circle to the left, or rather to the right of John Kemp. In front of Kemp from the face-off, cleared now by Canada, and there's a flag. What did I say? There's a whistle, a penalty coming.
Well, that's about the third penalty this evening that's happened behind the play. Interference by John Kemp. Soviet must have been in the goal crease. He's tied up here with the defenseman now. I think he just pulled a foot out from underneath him and he went down. Big chance for the Soviets here in a power play.
Out there for Team Canada, Newell Brown and Peter Duras up front.
Team Canada penalty number 1, John Kemp, 2 minutes for interference. The time 1:38.
And in the penalty box, Д.Кларк, number 21. He's serving the penalty for the Canadian goaltender. Soviet power play has not been effective so far this evening. Samiliev lost it. Now for the Soviets, Karin. Team Canada did a very good job killing off 2 Soviet power plays in the first period. Let's see how they do here. Led by Nemchinov. And over for Karim. Karim going in, tries the backhand on the short side. That one off the side of the net. Karim back to the line, fired just wide. Rebound comes right back to the line. Cleared out by Canada. Neatly done by Peter Duras.
Team Canada's penalty killing has been impressive tonight once again. Again, they're forcing the Soviets to make passes in the neutral zone, not giving them time to set up. Pressure at all ends of the ice, all areas of the ice.
Good Canadian forechecking. In there working aggressively, Fabian Joseph, number 8. Soviets with 40 seconds left in the manpower advantage. Karin to the line. Dropped it right back. Zubkov. Weak shot. Blocked partially and cleared easily by Team Canada.
Good short shifts with Team Canada there. This is the third pair of penalty killers on this in this 2-minute span.
Out in front, they score. How quickly it can happen. The pass came from the line. Škurdjuk. And it is 2-1 for the Soviets.
Well, there's an example of some real crisp passing there. The defenseman broke it up at the blue line. Threw it across. There's a quick pass. The guy was just standing on the goal mouth. Had to tip it in. Good, firm, crisp passing right here.
It is 2-1. Soviets scoring on the power play. 16 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the second period. For the selects, Fahrutdinov trying to get through. Cleared to the line. And taken back in by the Moscow selects. Samiliev has difficulty out there. Would like a penalty called against the Soviets. Chance for Canada working out front. Just fired wide on the backhand. That was Duras.
Fans getting a little upset here with the refereeing. Questionable calls.
Scored by number 20, М.Фахрутдинов. The assist to
K.Kavallini for Canada. Flips it in on the backhand. Vassiliev clears it to the neutral area. Ant-Pov can't come up with it. МcLaren is back. Vassiliev missing. Long pass intended for Ronning. He couldn't take it on the backhand. And icing is called.
Well, here's a scoring chance. There's the crisp pass. Perfect passing right on the stick.
There's the man of the moment as far as the Moscow selects are concerned. Fahrutdinov, number 20 for Team Canada. Chance now for Miller. He couldn't come up with it. Yanni, number 5. This is Ronning. Ronning trying to find McLaren on the left wing. Couldn't get it there. Now McLaren picks it up. Good hit along the boards. Vassiliev starting back for the Soviets. Off a stick comes to Miller. Miller for McLaren. McLaren to the line. Got it across off a skate. McLaren for Miller, and he couldn't hang on to it. Soviets back in control. Leading the selects, the captain, Kanareykin. Boulian.
The Soviets like to regroup here at center ice zone, you know, turn around and swing and pick up the play.
Ronning shot right on. Miller couldn't come up with the rebound. Ronning does. Turning, working along the boards. Ronning got it behind the goal for Boulian. And Boulian has some difficulty. Soviets starting back. Ant-Pov, number 10, being shadowed by Boulian. And Canada takes over just inside its line. This is Ronning. Ronning has it taken away by Boldin. This is Yanni for Canada. For Joseph. Joseph fired for Ronning. He was heading to the bench. Yanni for Boulian. Boulian backhands it in across the line. Herkus after it for Canada. Just missed with a check along the boards. Chance for the Soviets. Shot, can't the save. That time on Pryakin. Štepa. Got it back to the line, but it's off a skate. And it goes back behind the Soviet blue line. Zubkov. Boldin. Boldin plays it on the left wing. No one is there. Herkus for Canada. Backhands it to neutral territory. Soviets back to the line. Shot. Štepa. Save Kemp. Another shot. That one blocked from Babinov. Another shot blocked from Štepa as Greenlaw got down in front of that one. Now it comes to Greenlaw along the boards.
Well, the Soviets seem to have picked up the pace a little bit in this period. With the puck control, they've had more puck control than Team Canada.
For the Soviets, Nemchinov, number 8. Boldin can't control it. Štepa can't come up with it. And neither can Samiliev. And it's out of play. Moscow selects leading Team Canada. This is game 2 of a 4-game series. Third game here in Hamilton at Copps Colosseum on Saturday night.
That's what you want to do. Skate aggressively ahead of the puck and open some things up, eh? Attaboy. Every shift, check top, every shift.
A little quiet at the Canadian bench for the moment. Darryl?
Well, Canada really hasn't had any good scoring chances this period. They got to get maybe a little more going in the other team's end. Maybe the defenseman coming up acting as a fourth attacker would help them.
This is Bartel for Canada. Robin Bartel played with the 84 Olympic team. And Newell Brown can't get through the Soviet defense. Starting back for the Moscow selects. Nemchinov. Canada missing with a pass for Greenlaw. Greenlaw can't catch up with it. At center ice. Nemchinov for the Soviets. Circling. Tries the right side this time for Samiliev. Samiliev getting it back for Kareem. Open man, far point. The captain takes the shot. That was K.Kanareykin.
The Soviets doing a fine job of controlling the puck. Lots of circling, lots of good passes.
Marianov fed it ahead for Fahrutinov. Fahrutinov couldn't control. Canada back in control in its own zone. This is Yanni. Trent Yanni. Yanni trying the right side. Man open in the middle. Karpin couldn't take the pass. Moving in for Canada, Joseph. Kept it there long enough for Cavallini to get a shot. He fired it well wide. Kanareykin. Kept in by Cavallini, not long enough. As Yanni goes back to touch it for Canada, icing will be called against the Moscow Select. It is 2-1, the Soviets leading Team Canada. We're at the Copps Colosseum in Hamilton.
Take a man, okay? Eliminate an option now. Here we go.
Canada not getting too many shots. They only have 1 shot this period so far, and we're almost halfway through it.
Soviets have 6. There's one that's well wide. 2-1. Moscow selects leading Team Canada. Cavallini has it go off him right to Varyanov. Kicked ahead by Škurduk. Soviets. Škurduk gets a shot, blocked by a leg. Vozikov can't keep it in. Against Von Karpin, face-off will come outside the Canadian blue line.
Well, there's Von Karpin there. You know, he's 6 foot, 180 pounds. He's 24 years of age, and he's out of the University of Manitoba.
He was at the Flyers free agent camp earlier this year, a native of the Paw, Manitoba.
He's just one of those hard-working muckers, and every team needs them.
Clark for Canada. Fed it out to the neutral zone. Soviets are there to claim it quickly. This is Zubkov, 7 for Vasiliev. Has a man open on the left side. Didn't quite materialize. Chris Felix left it there. Canada moves to the attack. Midway point, second period. This is Miller. Miller slowed down from behind. Team Canada still not getting shots on the Soviet netminder. Tizhnich. Chance for the Soviets here. One man to beat. Drops it back. Vasiliev going in. The shot, the save by Kemp. Well set up by A.Antipov. Vasiliev walked in. This is Chris Felix. Felix deserted back there by other members of Team Canada. Out front again, Vasiliev. Couldn't get a shot away. Neither could Antipov. Soviets control. Back to the line. Zubkov has it hop over his stick. Zubkov couldn't keep it in. Cleared it over to the far side for Babinov.
The Soviets doing a fine job of puck control, passing, just waiting for the right chance to sets them up for a good scoring opportunity.
Soviets at the Canadian line, not for long. Vasiliev, number 23. Now back on the right side for Boldin, 14. And the Soviets controlling play very easily. Joseph got it to the line. Chance for Canada. Bolian gets it too far in. And the angle covered by Tiznych. That'll be Canada's second shot of the period.
Well, it's good for Bolian to shoot from there because you never know where the rebound might go, or you might sneak it through the goalie's legs. It's only our second shot of the period. Here he is, shooting from a bad angle, but if he doesn't shoot there, the play's pretty well dead. The puck ends up in the corner.
At the other end, Mr. Kemp was tested.
Here's one of these, another 2-on-1s by the Soviets. They like that, breaking you down. You notice how he goes in on his forehand so that he can either pass or take the quick snapshot.
8 minutes, 39 seconds to play in the second period. The Moscow Selects leading Team Canada 2-1. Play down in the Canadian zone. That's Benning for Canada, number 2. Played it dangerously out in front. And that time, Sbabinov didn't see the pass coming, or it would have been a dangerous opportunity for the Soviets. Good scoring chance. Team Canada getting a little tired out there, Darrell?
Well, it seems that the Soviets are coming on. They're controlling this period. They certainly have. I think if we're going to get any scoring chances, we're going to have to start getting our defensemen to come up as the fourth man on the play to attack at the blue line and try to penetrate the Soviet zone.
Face-off will be back in the Canadian zone. Brown is out there at center with Duras and Greenlaw as his wingers.
I like this little centerman, Newell Brown. He's a hard worker. He's not a very big guy, 5'9", 180 pounds. He's the captain in this hockey club here.
This is Peter Duras starting out for Canada. Got it over for Brown, over for Greenlaw. Greenlaw going in on the left side. He's in too deep. And taken out of the play. Soviets back in control in their own zone. Kanareykin into the neutral ice area. Batted into the Soviet zone once more by Greenlaw. Kept in by Brown. The Soviets control. Step up. Now Samiliev. Chance for Canada. Brown couldn't quite squeeze it through for Duras. It was one of those close but not quite. At the 88 Olympics in Calgary, Canadian athletes will go for gold. That's what Sports Canada's best ever assistance program is all about. And it gets closer and closer. 2 years, a couple of months away.
Well, this is a great program for any hockey player to be in. They're getting great coaching, great competition, and like in the 84 Olympics, 16 of those fellows went on to play in the National Hockey League. So that tells you something about the Olympic program.
A little dangerous down there, but Trent Yanni got back and touched it in time for an icing call against the Selects. 2-1 the score. Canada has not had many opportunities in the second period. The Soviets have controlled the play. They have passed very crisply and not allowed the Canadians to cross that blue line with any real good scoring opportunities so far. Only needs one to tie it up, though. Yanni, good shot. Tiznych had to make the save. Just about. Herkus making the play work for Canada in forechecking. Soviets right back. Škurdjuk into the corner, can't come up with it for Canada. K.Kavallini. Herkus lost boards. Well, the Soviets, Škurdjuk trying to work himself out for a shot. Now back to the line. Zubkov, and it was blocked. Škurdjuk plays it back. And Ant-Pov, number 10 for the Soviets starting back. Canadians in forechecking well now, not allowing the Soviets to maneuver as freely. But here comes Ant-Pov, tries to split the defense. Got the puck through, couldn't get a shot away. Loose along the boards, this is Ronning. Ronning going down the left side. He's in heavy traffic, turns. Back to the line, Clark out in front to the side of the net. Miller can't come up with it. This is McLaren, or rather Ronning, 27. Ronning got it back, but it rolls across the line. Some good pressure from Team Canada there, but no real glorious scoring opportunities. Kocevnikov for the Soviets. Working against Clark. Clark won. Got it over on the right side. Ronning tipped it through for McLaren. McLaren check from behind. Kocevnikov plays it back. And F.Fokin misjudged it. Kocevnikov once more. He's number 16. This is Clark for Canada. Ed for Herkus with Joseph. Herkus to the line, got the puck across, and he was belted pretty heartily by F.Fokin.
I've been watching F.Fokin these last few shifts. He takes the man out in front of the net pretty hard. He's kind of a mean guy. There he goes again.
Herkus for Canada to the side of the net. The angle covered by Tisnich. Back to the line. Roy couldn't keep it in. Close, but it was a good call. The Moscow Selects leading Team Canada 2-1. Lots more ahead.
Tony Herkus carrying the puck. Now watch F.Fokin stand right up at the blue line. Get a shoulder in him. A good clean check there.
Is that the hit of the night, Darryl?
Well, that was a good one. Open ice check like that.
2-1. Selects leading Team Canada. Canadians having a little difficulty getting on track early in both periods of this hockey game. It took them till dying stages of the first period to get even, and there have been a few difficulties for Canada getting on track. I thought, though, a little more aggressive play in the Soviet zone in the last couple of shifts.
Well, one thing about the Soviets, any of their teams, they play as well defensively as they do offensively. You look at their stats in the Olympics or in World Championship hockey, they do not give up very many goals against. They're very disciplined defensively. Tough to get a good scoring chance on them.
Bill Brown got the draw. Benning fed it in for the Soviets. Vozikov to the line and across. Karin into the neutral center ice area. Soviets, however, forced to regroup and turn back. Semiliev, 19, has difficulties as well. And now Nemchinov tries for the Soviets. Now Karin. Number 15, Karin to the Canadian line. And Benning has him stopped there. Fed to an open wing. Duras couldn't come up with it for Canada. Semiliev lost it in the neutral territory, and Newell Brown feeds it in for Canada. That's Duras going after it. Karin comes up with it for the Soviets. Benning kept it in. Brown behind the goal for Canada. This is Newell Brown. Tried to clear it out front off a leg, and waiting for it was Duras. It never got through. This is Perry Proft across the line for Canada. Proft looking for some room. Back for Serge Roy. Roy fired the shot. The goal was open on that side, and he didn't miss by much.
Team Canada putting a little pressure on here late in the period. It seems that in most periods of this series, that's when Team Canada have had their scoring chances towards the end of the period.
This is Proft. Proft to the line. Backhand shot, a weak one. Tried to clear it out in front. Got there, but the Soviets control and get it to the line. Not quite out. Kept in. Good move by Ronning. This is Karpin. Ronning. Good check. Ronning goes to the backhand. Little holding out in front there. It goes uncalled.
Well, that definitely should have been a penalty there. I think the Soviet had his glove right, his hand right on the Canadian stick there and tied him up.
All right. Have another peek at this one.
Although Cardin was in behind the fellow, there he is, grabbing a hold of him. Yep, you can't see him in the play here. Right there he's got a hold of his stick, pulls him right down. He's not going to shoot too many pucks when the Soviets got his hand on him like that.
And there's the man of the moment, Yuri Karandin of the Soviet Union. He's in charge of proceedings.
Well, he wants to go to Niagara Falls tomorrow, too, so.
It's Fabian Joseph backhanding it in for Canada. Soviets trying to work their way out. Babinov got it to the line. Joseph dumps it right back in. A.Tыжных handled that one a little carelessly, although it was wide of the target. Soviets quickly to the attack. How fast they can move out. Farudinov into the slot. Joseph was there for Canada. Back to the line. Zubkov. Joseph got it ahead for Herkus across 2 lines, unfortunately.
Well, Team Canada is starting to come on a little better. There's Tony Herkus. He comes from up in the Orillia area where he played junior hockey tier 2, and he was drafted by the St. Louis Blues. And Dave King has a lot of good words to say about Tony. He's a very smart hockey player. He's not very big, but he's got the moves. And that's one thing nowadays. If you look back in the middle 70s when the Broad Street Bullies were winning the Cup, the small player really didn't have a good chance of making it to the National Hockey League, but now he does.
Face-off is won by the Soviets, flipped in by F.Fokin. And it's left up to Team Canada to work out from there. That's Chris Felix working behind his net along with Д.Кларк. Another Д.Кларк. Chance for Canada. Here's Jeff Greenlaw. Greenlaw going in and ridden off from behind by Антипов. Number 10. Vassiliev goes after a long pass sent into the corner by the Soviets. Can't come up with it. Newell Brown behind his net for Felix. Back for Brown. Brown having some problems. Fired just wide. A good setup from Антипов to Ковшевников. And Ковшевников let it go quickly and fired wide.
Well, there's Jeff Greenlaw. What a future he's got ahead of him. A lot of scouts looking at him now, and hopefully he'll be with this hockey club when the 88 Olympics come by, but he'll be one of the first-round picks next year, that's for sure.
I would think he definitely is going early in the first round, and that's according to a lot of people you talk to about this young man.
Well, there's probably not another 17-year-old in the world that would be playing at this level of competition anywhere. I mean, he's got a great opportunity here to play at international level, and otherwise he'd be back maybe playing Junior A or maybe even playing Junior B, but this is a great experience for him.
Starting to feel a little more like Hamilton now.
Well,
the crowd is getting into it. A little boisterous. They were a little quiet, I guess, all looking around at this brand new building earlier. Face-off will be in the Canadian zone. To the left of John Kemp.
It'll be interesting tonight to see if Dave King checks any stick measurements. We were watching the practice the other day, and the Soviets still tend to have those big hooks right at the end of their blade. And I know we've checked them other times and caught them. Maybe towards the end of the third period, we need a goal badly.
Well, you wonder though sometimes if they might not practice with the big curves and get you psyched up for the game that night. Broken up by the Soviets right at the line, fired wide by Boldin. This is Yanni. Tries to play it ahead for McLaren on the wing. That didn't work. Soviets in control. Shot right on. Kemp made the save. Ronning recovers for Canada. Soviet is down behind the Canadian goal. Took a pretty good check. We're into the final minute of the second period. Team Canada trailing the Soviets 2-1. McLaren in forechecking. Just about had an opportunity for Canada. Miller just took a Soviet right through the glass. Pryakin. What a check.
Boy. Fortunately, he's not hurt. Hopefully there's no glass in his eye there, but that's the second piece of glass that's broken tonight. There was one broken in warm-up. The Soviet referee is giving a 5-minute penalty. I thought it was a pretty clean check. Just because the glass broke doesn't mean you deserve a 5-minute penalty.
It shattered like an NBA backboard. Pryakin. Another look. That was his helmet.
Great shot, isn't it? I wonder how the fans are standing behind it. glass just splattered.
Well, the Soviet referee,
That was
Yuri
a clean nickel.
Karandin, had signaled a 5-minute penalty.
Bullshit!
And you heard what Dave King thought about that.
He's not bleeding anywhere. Ah, come
I don't know, what would they call it?
Jerry,
What would they call it?
Think
Darryl?
about it.
Yeah, it could
They
be
call it boarding.
It can't be charging really because he was right on him.
And he didn't get his stick. He didn't have two hands on the stick.
It wasn't high sticking either. He just took him in with his shoulder. Watch here.
I think it's cheap glass.
Must be. Now that's a shame to take a 5-minute penalty or give a guy a 5-minute penalty in a close hockey game like this one. And it really wasn't a dirty check, was it?
I didn't think it was horrible. I mean, I can see a penalty. I don't know if there's a 5-minute penalty.
Well, I think if the glass wouldn't have broke, there wouldn't have been any penalty. Really.
Interesting.
Maybe high sticking a bit, maybe an elbow.
Well, certainly a dramatic moment here, and that's going to be the end of the second period. They're going to call the second period off just so that they can get the glass.
One timeout per period. That was agreed upon.
The glass.
The call, he can make his own call.
Replaced.
One timeout per period was agreed upon. We talked to their people. We agreed upon one timeout per period for these 4 games. Now, why aren't we getting out timeout? Ask them that. One per period.
Dave King is a little hot and incensed down there.
Talk to their coach.
The Soviets have headed to the dressing room, and I take it figuring that they would take time to fix the glass. Now, there's Aggie Kuklowitz. He is an interpreter extraordinaire.
He does a fine job, he does. I mean, usually in these international events between the Soviets and Canada, there are discretional things like this to talk about. Aggie's usually down by the penalty box with the officials.
Aggie, of course, with Air Canada Sports, and he has seen an awful lot of Soviet hockey through his years.
Well, I think Team Canada could be quite proud of their performance over these 5 periods of hockey. You know, from talking to the players and to talking to Dave King before the series started, they were concerned about this Soviet club that it might be too good for them, but they're hanging right in there.
With a broken glass, we'll have the rest of the period continue later. 43 seconds left in the second period with the Soviets in front by 1. Anyway, Team Canada has a 5-minute penalty assessed to Mr. Miller as a result of that incident. And Team Canada will play shorthanded for 5 minutes. Jim?
John and Darryl, we may have a minor incident developing here. Prior to the start of the second period, the Soviets discovered that their ice sharpening machine in their dressing room was broken. Bill Stefanik, the trainer for Team Canada, took a look at this sharpener and said the bushings had completely worn out and it was simply broken. He said there was nothing that anybody could do about it. A lot of times they come over with faulty equipment and get it replaced or repaired over here. Well, it turns out that the Soviets are now accusing Team Canada of breaking their ice or their skate sharpening machine, accusing them of a Canadian mafia destroying their equipment, so you can't win either way.
Oh, I think that's good. International intrigue.
You'll have to pull out one of those old Davy Keon skate sharpeners I remember we had when we were kids. Carried them in your pocket.
31 seconds left in the second period. That's what we're completing right now. Moscow selects leading Team Canada 2-1. And here come the Soviets to the Canadian line and across. 19 seconds left in the period. The shot, Kemp the save. Wicked shot from the point. Cleared down the ice by Canada. And that should just about wrap up the second period. 6 seconds left now as the Soviets, led by Captain K.Kanareykin, finish off the second period with a lead of 2-1.
Well, that's an advantage there that you can break up a 5-minute penalty like that with 43 seconds in it. You give your guys a little time to rest again. I know that Brown and Duras, they've been doing a lot of the penalty killing here and doing a fine job. So they'll get time to rest here and put them back out there again.
Teams will change ends and will begin the third period. It's a two-period total of 18-13 in favor of the Moscow Select. Shots on goal. 9-5 in the second period. 19-13 overall. Canada has not had excellent scoring opportunities.
Well, he's not a very popular man here with the fans tonight there.
Yuri Karandow. Third period underway. Soviets back behind their own line. Zubkov back there, number 7. Soviets with a power play. It will last another 4 minutes. As Mike Miller sits out, 5-minute boarding call.
There's Serge Roy. He's only 5'9". He's 190 pounds. He's from Quebec.
From the University of Moncton as well. He played several games with Team Canada in the Moscow Dynamo Tour last year. Soviets in control behind their own line. This is Karin. The Canadian line and across number 15, Karin, ridden off by Serge Roy, who clears it neatly to the corner, and Roy dumps it all the way down the ice. Now 3:43 left in the penalty to Miller. Canadians have done well against the Soviet power play on a couple of occasions, but this is a long penalty. A long time to hold a high-scoring, powerful team like this at bay. From the point, and deflected out in front. The shot was from Zubkov. The deflection, Karin. Bill Brown for Canada. Zubkov wins the tussle with Brown. And the Soviets come back again. Fahrutdinov over on the right side. Varyanov. This is Varyanov again. In behind the goal. Working out in front. Kemp holding the fourth there. Varyanov looking for a point man. He's got Zubkov back there. Clears it in behind the net. And it's cleared by Canada. Fabian Joseph cruised in and took it just at the right instant. 2 minutes, 39 seconds left in the manpower advantage for the Soviets. They start back again. Varyanov to the line across. Backhands it over to the other side. Canada recovering. Harpin.
You know, an interesting statistic with the Soviets is in the Canada Cup, they didn't have one right-hand shot on their team. And I'm noticing here tonight, I think there's only one or two right-hand shots. They're all left-handers.
Fahrutdinov, number 20, into the corner. Out in front for Škurdjuk. Škurdjuk worked to the side of the net, couldn't get a good shot away. Now with 2 minutes and 1 second left in the penalty to Mike Miller. Miller serving 5 minutes for boarding. Soviets to the line. Vasiliev, 23. Back to the point. Kanareykin. Vasiliev. Vasiliev looked to get into the slot area. Couldn't find a man there. In for Vasiliev again. Around behind the Canadian goal. Out in front. And Ã.Antipov couldn't get a decent shot away. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the Soviet power play. This is Ã.Antipov. Over on the left side. A.Kожevnikov. Back to the point. No one was there. Vazikov goes back for the Soviets. Played it straight up ice for Ã.Antipov. He couldn't take the pass. Had to skate back behind the Soviet line.
Team Canada doing a good job of keeping the Soviets off balance. Here's a good scoring chance.
Oh! Bill Brown was out in front. A nice pass play. And Brown had it go under his stick. 48 seconds left in the Soviet power play. It's out across the line again. Vasiliev. Back for Nemchinov. Here come the Moscow Selects. Boldin, 14. Back to the line. Fokine. And it poked out his stick. And 18 seconds remain in the penalty to Miller. One more Soviet rush in the power play. F.Fokin trying to keep it in. Now Babinov tries. Number 4 back to the line for Babinov. Shot, kept the save, just about trickled through. And Canada now back at full strength as Mike Miller is out there. It is Miller into the corner after it. Canada trailing 2-1.
Well, the fans are giving these guys a great ovation here. A standing ovation for the penalty killing. Superior job here tonight. Here's Canada's good scoring chance. Penalty. There's Brown in front there. The puck just flips over his stick there. He's all alone. There's Babinov taking a shot. Soviet in front trying to screen him. Clark picks up the puck and clears it out of the zone.
This is live action once more. The Soviets winning the faceoff, keeping it in the Canadian zone. Now it's in the neutral ice territory. Emmiliev 19 for Karim. Karim to the line. It is picked up by Bartel for Canada. Boulian. Number 12, Boulian. Lost it. This is Karim for the Soviets. Going wide. Tried to clear it out front. Kemp steered it away. Zubkov, number 7 for the Moscow Selects. Working along the boards. Finally fed it to the neutral territory. Soviets back to regroup. Babinov. A long pass. Nothing materialized in the center ice area. Canadians in forechecking. Loose out in front. Soviets claim it quickly. Good opportunity. Kemp, they score. Kemp was screened, and the Soviets come back to make it 3-1. Škurdjuk was in on the play, number 17.
Well, that's a tough break after killing a 5-minute penalty, and then the Soviets coming back here. The Soviet just continues to keep strong on his stick. We had a couple chances to whack it out there. We couldn't get a hold of it. Watch the Soviet apply the pressure on his stick. He just keeps his stick on the ice, keeps penetrating that puck, snaps it through the legs of Kemp.
3-1. Moscow Selects leading Team Canada with 14:26 to play in the third period. And after a great effort, Team Canada giving up a quick goal right after the power play. Škurdjuk at 5:26 of the third period as the Soviets in the lead at 3-1. For Canada, Trent Yanni around behind his own goal. Canadians along the boards, picked up for the Soviets by Varyanov. Over on the left wing for Ň.Váryanov. Loose out in front, they bang it in. Varyanov. Missed time play behind the Canadian goal, and Varyanov beat Kemp quite easily. It is 4-1.
Well, here's a play where the Soviets jump on our defenseman. Loose puck there, bounces right onto his stick, and Kemp wasn't really even ready for it. He thought the defenseman had picked it up and he had overskated it. Roy did, but
changes so quickly when you play these guys.
It certainly does, doesn't it? They get a couple chances and they capitalize on it.
Unassisted. The time 5:56.
2 goals in 30 seconds. 5:26 and 5:56. For Team Canada. Working along the boards is Duras, number 10. Duras going in after it, trying to clear it out front. He is taken out. Greenlaw can't come up with it. K.Felix along the boards for Canada has it go over his stick. And this is Benning. Brian Benning, center ice area. Pass ahead for Greenlaw to Duras. Soviets right back at the Canadian line. Newell Brown lost it there. Soviets back to the line. Shot blocked by the defense. Blocked by K.Felix. This is Duras. Banked it off the boards. For Felix. It is back to Duras.
Your attention, please. Mr. Maurice is asked to report box 109. Mr. Maurice to box 109, please.
Well, Canada has to try to get Little attack going here, down 4-1. They have to maybe get the fourth defense. The defenseman to come up as a fourth forward to try to create some scoring opportunities. But the Soviets are just going to hang back. One guy in and 4 guys back.
3-goal lead is tough to come back on. This is J.Штепа for the Soviets into the corner. Now, Pryakin, number 11, is taken out of the play. And 2 players are going out now. That's the signal from Yuri Kennedy. Pryakin is 1. And for Team Canada, K.Kavallini.
Here Cavallini takes the guy out. Now watch, he gives him a little extra shot here. Make sure, oh, another one. The Soviet retaliates with a little slash. So.
Tough night for Pryakin. He went through the glass. The Soviet player ended up in the front row. Face-off will be in the Canadian zone. The left of John Kemp this time.
Sergei Pryakin, 2 minutes for slashing. Team Canada penalty to number 4, K.Kavallini, 2 minutes for cross-checking. The time, 7:27.
4 skaters aside for Canada. This is Robin Bartel over on the left side. Into the central ice area, right on the slot. Joseph couldn't take the pass. Another Soviet is upended by Joseph. And sticks get a little high. 2 more players going on.
What? Well, Joseph threw a good hit on the Soviet to begin with, and the Soviet retaliated, and here it is here. Nice clean check, just took him out. Whoops. I'll get you back.
Sergei Karin is number 15. He is out for 2, along with Fabian Joseph of Team Canada.
Well, there's going to be a lot of skating room out here now with 3 against 3. Unlike the NHL, where now they have a ruling where coincidental penalties, you still play 5-on-5.
Excellent crowd on hand here. Copps Coliseum in Hamilton.
I'm sure they're going to go home and tell their friends about it, and we'll have more out here Saturday night.
Saturday night. Game 3 in the series at the same rink. We'll have it live at 7 Eastern.
It's been an entertaining game.
For the Soviets, Babinov. Here's a chance for Canada. In alone. Oh, what a great save by Т.Жных. Perkis will think about that one. Three skaters aside for the next 1 minute, 17 seconds. Perkis for Bartel. Back to Perkis. Back to Bartel. Loose out in front. Kemp goes down. Chance for the Soviets. What a save by Kemp after a costly mistake by Team Canada. Bartel and Perkis got confused. Now, Chris Felix for Canada. This is Felix to the line. Nicely played pass for Perkis. Perkis going in. And another save by Т.Жных.
Some great action at both ends. Great scoring chances.
That's Roy dumping it in for Canada. McLaren going after it. Back at the line. Yanni got it in for McLaren. It goes too far. Pinching in, Serge Roy. Roy dug it out along the boards, trying to feed it back for McLaren. He does. Here's McLaren. Working in the shot. The rebound right out there for Canada's Trent Yanni. And Yanni couldn't control the puck. Here's McLaren one more time. Heavy hitting out there. 4-1, the Soviets leading Team Canada. J.Vozakov has it tipped out his stick. McLaren going after it, but Т.Жных is there for it first. And he hangs on. Skated out a long way to jump all over that puck. It is 4-1, the Soviets leading Team Canada. Here with the Sports Network.
Well, here's the Soviet copying up the puck. Perkis in all alone. Now Perkis makes a great move here on the goaltender. He's right out of the position. See the Soviet get his stick on the side of him in the arm. He lost the puck. And at the other end, the Soviets had a great chance. got the open net here. Now watch Kemp throw his stick up and get a piece of it. Great play.
Face off, Soviet zone, score! Miller!
The draw clean right out to Miller. He just snaps it home, doesn't waste the time.
It is 4-2. And 10 minutes remain in the third period. Still lots more ahead. Some pretty good international ice hockey action at the Copps Colizeum in Hamilton. For Canada, Clark gets it over. No one there in the open left wing. Soviets starting right back. This is Karin. Karin for Baryanov. Fired well wide of the target. Škurdjuk racing in after it. Lost it to Clark. Now Baryanov. Baryanov to the man in the slot. Poked off his stick. Shot. Kemp save. Here's Clark off the boards. This is running to the back end. That is up and over the glass. Well, let's look at the goal. They've got Canada within 2.
Well, there's the
really
fellow
livened up this building, Darryl.
There's the fellow there that won the draw. Little Ronning. Right on his forehand, right to Miller. Beautiful shot in the top corner. Yeah, reminded me of Lanny and myself a few years ago. 7-27. 27-7.
Saw a few of those, no doubt about it. This is Miller again, in behind the Soviet goal. Ronning lost it there momentarily. Still has it. It got caught up in the net. And the whistle just a little bit quick. It trickled off, actually. They'll take the face-off outside that Soviet line. Dave King changes up the troops. Well, it's been a big night for that young man, Mr. Miller, number 7.
Daniel Bartz, Daniel Bartz. Daniel Bartz. One shot away. You can do it, guys. One shot away. Come on now.
For Canada, it is Brown, Duras, and Greenlaw out there. Out in front, Duras couldn't control it. Soviets outside the Canadian line. J.Штепа carried it in.
J.Штепa, he's a little different skater than most Soviets. Most Soviets, they got the little short, choppy strides. He, I think, has knocked knees and a little unorthodox his style, but he's a great goal scorer and a good playmaker.
World Junior Tournament is coming up in Hamilton. Canada will host. And I think it's going to be a fun time at that.
Listen to the fans here, giving our team a boost.
Greenlaw got it across the line, but Duras was offside. He was trapped. It is 4-2. Moscow selects leading Team Canada. This is game 2 of the series. Soviets moving in. Karin takes the shot. Kemp. Big save right there with John Kemp.
John Kemp, he likes to come out. He's an angle goaltender. He comes out and forces the shooter, cuts down the angle. Again, he was right there. Look at how far out of the net he is there, right up.
Kemp, a former CIAU All-Star for the University of Toronto. He was born and raised in Burlington, Ontario, which is about a 9-iron shot from here.
He's majoring in physical education. I played with him in the Philadelphia training camp for one season. Mike Keenan brought him in there. A little scrappy along the boards inside the Canadian zone. Finally,
It comes loose and propped. Got it ahead for Bulyan. Bulyan bounced it off the board. Soviets go back. Samiliev. Good back checking by Von Karpin to get it away. Karpin took a Soviet player almost into the box. Here's Bulyan. Canadians are winning the hitting wars. No question about that. The scoreboard, though, shows Canada down by 2. Nemchinov. Nemchinov once more. Samiliev got it back. This is Babinov. Back inside the Soviet line. Babinov plays it carefully.
Here again, the Soviets, all they try to do is play controlled hockey in the mid zones, killing off the clock a little bit, not really trying to get a scoring chance unless there's a Team Canada breakdown.
Chris Felix along the boards for Canada. Dangerous pass. Chance for the Soviets. Good recovery by the Canadian defense. Serge Roy got over just in time. Canada in forechecking. Herkus. The shot. It's off a pad. Joseph couldn't quite keep it in. This is Chris Felix for Canada. He just dumped it into the Soviet zone. Now with 7 minutes and 4 seconds to play. Soviets out across their own line, led by Varyanov. Varyanov ahead for Pryakin. Pryakin taken out behind the play. This is Antipov, number 10. Works it back to the line, gets set for the shot. It never got through. Canadians playing well behind their own line, but running out of time. McLaren looked for the open man on the right side. Ronning wasn't there. This is Yanni. Backed off the boards for Ronning. Ronning for Miller. He got it across the line. McLaren couldn't come up with it. Lead pass for the Soviets. Chance for Boldin. Boldin dropped it back. And the Soviets just keep coming in waves. Here's McLaren for Canada. Has to go it by himself. Now, over for Miller on the open wing. Miller trying to set it up out in front, and Ronning couldn't come up with it. 3 Soviet defenders out in front. 5:47 to play. This is Ronning for Canada. Bartel got it to the line and across. Ronning goes down as he crossed the line. Cavallini for Canada. Lost it along the boards. Open man. Brown couldn't come up with it. This is Brown racing after it. Newell Brown. And he is bodied out of the play and held along the boards. Loose at the side of the net. And Duras can't get to it. Neither can Greenlaw. Kept in at the line, however, by Bartel. Long pass for Antipov. Bartel the only man back. Bartel made the play. Kemp made the save on the trailer. This is Greenlaw for Canada. Lost it. 4 minutes, 52 seconds to play. Another pretty good hit. This is Peter Duras. Duras tried to get it in behind for Brown. Antipov claims it for the Soviets. Kept in at the line. Here's Serge Roy winding up. That was blocked by the defense. Soviets. Good shot on Kemp. He steered to the side. Vasiliev trying to get it back to the point. It goes all the way to center ice. Nemchinov for the Soviets, number 8. Along the boards, working against Bulyan. It comes to Chris Felix. Herkus wound up with a shot and missed. Kept in for Canada. Now Felix is in trouble. 2-on-1 for the Soviets. He hooked one down. Still a 2-on-1. They score!
We had to go about 3.5, 4 minutes with all the whistle there. Just
J. gets the goal.
non-stop action.
I'll tell you.
Here we cough up the puck. The Soviets get a step on it. Pull down again. Here's what they do so well. They put the puck right on the forehand stick, just a one-time shot. Tough to defend those plays, really is. Would have been a penalty there to Chris Felix anyway. The referee had his hand up.
It is 5-2 now. Less than 4 minutes to play as they face off at center ice.
Also select a goal scored by number 8, J.Nemchinov. The assist to number 19, J.Štepa, and number 15, S.Harrin. The time, 16:09.
Well, I think from watching this hockey game and even the other night, the Soviets seem to me like they're a little stronger in their upper body strength. You know, they're played our guys off the puck a little bit in the corner, and but that again is with age, I guess, and maturity. We got a lot of 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds on here, and great experience for these guys.
Well, it seems to me that the Canadian team is able to play well for sustained periods of time, but the Soviets seem to sense either when the Canadians get a little bit tired, they're able to take advantage of it. We saw 3 quick goals the other night, 2 quick goals here tonight.
I think Canada lacks the scoring power in comparison to the Soviets too.
5-2 now with 3 minutes left in the final period. Soviets move in once more. That's Škurdjuk, number 17. Veryanov, number 12. For Canada, Perry Propp starting back. Propp ahead for Duras. They get to the Soviet line and across. Propp comes up with it. Played it back. 2 Soviets were there to take it away from Miller. Another Soviet upended back behind the play. And again, it is Pryakin.
K.Kavallini got a couple good hits in there, and that's one thing Canada's been doing the whole hockey game. Every time they get a chance to take the body, they take it as hard as they can.
Some of the Canadians on the ice in Hamilton tonight could well be part of Canadian team going for gold in Calgary. Kavallini to the line, and one Canadian player was trapped inside. It is 5-2, the Soviets leading Team Canada. Soviets have outshot Canada 9-7 in the third period.
Well, I was asking Dave King at the start of the series how he keeps his guys motivated over the course of the season when you're playing a lot of exhibition games. And he says they try to break it down into short segments. They go into a series like this, they have set goals before they go into it, and it gives the players some range of where he would like them to be, and I think that's important. You can't look to 88 right now. You got to look at little short-term goals to get the most out of each guy.
And after this exhibition tour, Team Canada heads to the Soviet Union for the Izvestia tournament, followed the Spengler Cup. Canada is the defending champion of the Spengler Cup in Davos, Switzerland. This will be the team representing Canada this year. 1 minute, 29 seconds to play, final period. Chance for Canada. Herkus going in. He batted it down. Never did get a good shot. Bullian trailing on the play, number 12. Couldn't get a shot away either. Soviets on the offensive once more. Propp goes to take the Soviet winger out of the play, and Kemp plays it up and into the Canadian team bench.
Pass the report to the Bay Street entrance. Brent Felix to the Bay Street entrance.
1 minute, 9 seconds to play.
I'd say Dave King's pretty proud of his guys, the way they played in the first 2 games of the series. They're going to be back fighting again Saturday.
This is a very good Soviet team, the Moscow Selects, made up of 4 teams from the Moscow Elite Division. All-stars from teams in the first division of Soviet hockey. Teams like Spartak, Red Army, wings of the Soviet, teams you've heard of before. Good move by Perry Propp. Soviets keep charging. Kemp got it away. Just poked it out of harm's way at the last moment. Canadians still Moving in, this is Joseph, the shot. And that one just missed hitting Tisnich. Brown behind the goal. Herkus tried to clear it out in front for Boulian. Again, it got caught up in the meshing.
One thing the Soviet defensemen do very, very well, and that's in front of their own net, they tie the opponent up. You grab a hold of the stick, they let go, they grab a hold, let go. It frustrates you, but you don't get any good scoring chances. They do a fine job defensively in front of their own net, and they play tough, too.
Time for one face-off. Maybe one Canadian scoring opportunity here if Captain Newell Brown can win the draw. He has Greenlaw on his right side, Duras on the left.
A little retaliation spear.
Well, we'll have some new face-off men moving into the circle. That is Duras. Vo.Zukov plays it around the boards, and it gets past Trent Yanni for Canada. 15 seconds left. Serge Roy. Time for one Canadian rush. Across two lines, Greenlaw took the pass rather cleverly, though. Almost got away with it. 6 seconds on the clock. And one final face-off inside the Canadian line. Cleared back down so Alexander Tisnich can have control of the puck as the whistle sounds. And the Moscow selects. That evened things up at 1-1. And that's where it ended after one period of play. The Soviets had a 2-1 lead after two. But the final now reads, the Moscow selects 5, Team Canada 2.